Okay. All 3-6 matches are on 7 and 8. All 4-5 matches.
5 and 6. You told me 5 and 6.
No, I did not. The finals are on 5 and 6. The 3-6 matches. The 3-6 matches are on 7 and 8. The 4-5 matches are on 3 and 4. When we get to the finals, then we have 5 and 6. When we get to the finals.
What's the next match? Where are they?
Same 2 pairs.
How are they? Are we switching? Like, let's just say I win. Am I going to be like for one? You told me the finals are 7.
Okay, bowlers, for the Tournament of Champions, I have your top 6 for each division. Okay? For live streaming purposes, the 3-6 matches will be on 7 and 8. The 4-5 matches will be on 3 and 4. Okay? We will be using 3 and 4 and 7 and 8 for the first 2 rounds of the finals. Then the final match will be on 5 and 6. Okay, starting with the Scratch Youth. Your leader getting a bye at plus 382 is Dylan Zimmerman. Second place also getting a bye at plus 234 goes to Alex Klinsky. Your third seed at plus 230 is Dan Allhouse. Fourth seed at plus 223 is Aiden D'Souza. Fifth seed at plus 199 is Christian Francis. And our sixth and final qualifier for the finals at plus 177 is Antonio Reyes. 177 to make the finals. Okay. The matchups will be Allhouse versus Reyes on 7 and 8, and D'Souza versus Francis on 3 and 4. Okay, handicap division. We have a tie for the lead, broken by the last game. So your leader at plus 203 is James Carnall. Second seed at plus 203, also Mary Beth Baker. Third place at plus 52 is Parker Laubach. Fourth at plus, we actually have a tie for fourth. Higher seed for the last game, fourth seed position at plus 30 goes to Jennifer Williams. Fifth place bowler at plus 30 is Cole Oberst. And our sixth and final qualifier for the finals at plus 18 is Sarah Fennicle. 18 to make the finals in handicap. Okay, the lane assignments. Parker Laubach versus Sarah Fennicle on 7 and 8. Jennifer Williams versus Cole Oberst on 3 and 4. Okay, for the adults, your leader at plus 121 is Todd Seghetti. Second place, getting a bye at plus 258, your names in. I'll come down and get you started.
See you, son. Have a safe trip back. All right, PJBT fans, welcome to PJBT Live on YouTube. Season-ending tournament here at the second annual Tournament of Champions, coming to you live from ABC East Lanes in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We are also broadcasting live on our Facebook page. You can check out Facebook Live. We are presently showing on YouTube the top 6 people in all 3 divisions made the finals today. We have a youth handicap, a youth scratch, and a adult division today. The top 6 makes it. Seeds 1 and 2 have a bye. What you are seeing right now on YouTube is the 3 versus 6 match in all 3 divisions. On lanes 3 and 4, which you can find on Facebook Live, we are showing the 5 versus 6 matches. As soon as Matthew gives me the sheets, Pop, can you see if Matthew has a copy of the results for me?
Okay, 3, 6, and 4, 5 matches. I have your names in. Lanes are on. You may begin practice. You get 2 balls on each lane. 2 balls on each lane, please.
So for those of you that may want to watch the 4 versus 5, I can tell you that on Facebook, in the Scratch Youth Division, Aiden D'Souza is taking on Christian Francis. In the Handicap Division, Jennifer Williams is taking on Cole Oberst. I do not know what the handicap is yet. And in the Adults, Doug Scheiding is taking on PJBT's own Josh Skip Moyer Sadizin. That is the matches that are on Facebook Live. Right here on YouTube, in the Youth Scratch, we have the Prodigy, Daniel Althouse, taking on Antonio Reyes, both bowlers in the Berks County area. In the youth handicap, we have Parker Lobach going up against Sarah Fenikel. And in the adult, we have DJ Brown going up against Ron Carnell. All right, so there we have it. The buys, I can tell you, for the youth scratch were Dylan Zimmerman and Alex Glinski. The youth is James Cardinal, and I do not know the name of the other bowler. And I do know that PJBT's own Travis Boom Boom Sparks has made the top 2 in adult. It looks like Mary Beth Baker is the other bowler who got the bye. Let's see. Tournament Director Matt has handed me all the cards. All right, so scratch. Dylan Zimmerman is your leader at plus 382. Alex Glinski plus 234. The Prodigy, Daniel Althouse plus 230. Aiden D'Souza plus 223. Christian Francis plus 199. And your 6th and final seed, Antonio Reyes at plus 177. On the handicap youth side, your top seed, Mary Beth Baker at plus 203. She was last week's 2017 best champion in the handicap division, earning a $1,000 scholarship. The second seed also getting a bye is James Cardinal at plus 203. So they actually tied. Mary Beth Baker won the tiebreaker. Third, Peter Lobach plus 52. Fourth, Jennifer Williams plus 30. Fifth, Cole Oberst plus 30. Sarah Fenikel was your 6th and final seed at plus 18. In the adults, your leader at plus 321, Todd Seghetti. Second seed, Travis Boom Boom Sparks plus 258. DJ Brown plus 206. Doug Scheidig at plus 69. And surprisingly, minus 21, Josh Sadazin and Ron Carnell tied for the 5th and 6th, with Josh, just call me Skip Moyer, getting the tiebreaker there. So, interestingly enough, minus 21 is your 6th and final seed for the adults. In handicap, plus 18. And in the scratch youth, we are at plus 177. So we should be thankful some of the adult bowlers didn't have to bowl scratch youth today. What? I will try to keep everybody up to date on the scoring on both matches, but once again, if you want to watch the 4 versus 5 seeds, check that out on Facebook Live, PJBT's Facebook page. YouTube will have the 3 versus 6. For those that win the 3 versus 6, they will move over to Facebook Live for the next match. And for those that win the 4 versus 5, they will move over here to YouTube for the semifinals. Depending upon who wins those matches will determine where the 1 and 2 seeds go, because the 1 seed, just like in the NFL playoffs, bowls the lower seed still remaining. The finals will be on 5 and 6. They will definitely be on YouTube. We will see whether we put that on Facebook Live as well. What? As always, our live chat is up and operational. Feel free to chime in if you have any questions or comments. Let me know where you're watching us from.
We would like to thank all of you that have been with us each and every week here on the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour YouTube page. This is our final tournament of Season 18. We will be back at it Sunday, August the 20th at 222 Dutch Lanes in a beautiful Ephrata, Pennsylvania for the first tournament of Season 19. We will, before that, have a preview show of Season 19 right here on YouTube at a yet-to-be-determined date, but certainly stay tuned on our Facebook page, and we will certainly let you know more than once. If you have not joined our Facebook page, please do. We accept 99.9% of the people that ask to join. Wow. How many people stay? Woo! All right, so it looks like everybody is done with their practice. We will be getting started very shortly. Looks like the youth scratch matches are first, then the youth handicap second, and the adults are third. Skip Moyer coming in quick. How does it feel, Skip? You have you're bowling once again in the finals of a PJBT tournament.
Remember how I told you like a year or two ago, how cool it would be for me to bowl and commentate at the same time?
Yes.
I get to do it today.
Yes, you do. On Facebook right now. If you happen to get past your first match, you'll move over here on our YouTube channel.
Well, I've known Dougie Scheidegg a long time, so him and I go back a couple years. Really good friend of mine, and it's the guy I wanted to bowl because I really I like to bowl the people. I like to bowl people like that. So
should be a good match. Both of you have the capability of going high.
Yeah.
And both of you have the capability of
going
low. All right, so here we go. Like I said, if you want to watch the 4 versus 5 match, tune in on Facebook. I will commentate a little bit, especially on the scoring over there, but most of my commentary will stay on the 3-6 matches you see here on 7 and 8. The Prodigy up first. He goes high, leaves the 6-10.
Maybe we can get Peaches to do a little commentating on Facebook.
Yes, she knows that. It's got a microphone. Antonio goes a little high. He stones a 9. So we are off and running.
All right, YouTube. Hopefully I'll see you soon.
Good luck, Skip. Yes.
Good afternoon, PA.
Hey, Donald puts on the mic. How are you, sir?
Good. You getting any tips to Skip before his match starts?
Try to keep it on the lane.
Okay.
Donald was at a concert last night in the Hershey area.
Yes, Dancing with the Stars live.
How was it?
Very good. Very good. Matter of fact, one of our finalists was also there in attendance with her family, Sarah Fenikel.
Yes. Yes, Sarah was at Dancing with the Stars last night. I don't know why you were at Dancing with the Stars last night, but you were at Dancing with the Stars last night. Parker Lobach starting with a strike for the handicap side. Antonio Reyes covers his spare. Sarah Fennicle now up for the handicap youth, and DJ Brown up. DJ comes in high, leaves the 3-6. Let's see what Sarah could do on her first shot. Sarah leaves a 9. By the way, in the youth handicap, Parker Lobach is getting 12 pins over Sarah. And in the other handicap match, it is a complete scratch match. There is no handicap. All right, DJ Brown makes his spare. Let's see what Sarah could do with her 9 pin. And she misses it. All right. Now let's see what Ron could do. The adult bowling on lane 8, his first shot. He puts 10 back like he's been doing this most of his life. All right, back to the scratch youth. Antonio up frame 2. He gets them all. Althouse now up, lane number 8. He puts 10 back as well. All right, so we're tied after 2 in the youth scratch. Looking over at the 4 versus 5 matches on lanes 3 and 4. We have Christian Francis opening up with a double. Aiden D'Souza on an open and then a spare. Cole Oberst went open spare, and Jennifer Williams struck and left a 3-pin. Both of the adult bowlers struck in their first frame. All right, back over here. Parker up on lane 8. Sarah left the 3-10 baby split. Parker goes wide, leaves the 1-2-4-10 washout. Good spare there by Fennicle, converts the baby split. So, Donald, what are you going to be doing these next 7 or 8 weeks that we're not going to be PJBTing it?
Well, right now it seems to be grandkids at the house, and they're not at the house for a day or two, then they're back, because Brittany right now, of course, bowling on the PWBA. She's flying back today, but then she'll be heading down to Florida starting Tuesday of next week for the next stop. So right now it's watching the grandkids most of the time.
Well, that's not a bad thing to do.
No, no. Especially when they're at the house with the dog, it's like Comedy Central. They all have a good time, including the dog.
That's a good shot by DJ Brown. He spare strike in his first 2. Ron left the 3-6-10. With a spare here, that match will still be tied after 2 frames. And he converts that pretty easily. All right. Antonio up, looking for a double, which he gets. Let's see if the prodigy could match. And he does. Tell you what, Donald, these youth scratch bowlers really whipped the pants off of the adults today.
Yeah, yes. I was watching during qualifying, and definitely it as this pattern's breaking down, you know, migrating left and, you know, ripping the rack. Migrating left and rip the rack. Left and rip the rack.
Looks like Down on lane 14, we got some future PJBT bowlers down there. The Himmelreich kids.
One using
Ramp.
using the ramp and not the other one not.
Is that going to be a new division next year, Matthew? The ramp division. All right, Sarah with another spare, and Parker, he missed his baby split, so he has. He has 35 in the third, 47 with his handicap. So that match is tied at the moment. Ron Cardinal up, lane 8. He goes Jersey. Leaves the 6-pin. DJ with a strike here could go up by 11. And he goes high, leaves the 4-9, trips out the 9, catches a little break. Ron converts his spare. Let's see here. Over on the 4-5 matches on lanes 3 and 4. D'Souza open spare strike. Christian Francis double 9 spare. Cole Oberst, I believe he went open spare strike. I'll let you know as soon as the graphics leave. He went, yes, open spare strike. Jennifer Williams, strike, spare, open. Doug Scheidig opens with a triple. And Josh looks like he will go strike, spare, spare to open that match, assuming he could make the 4-pin that he's shooting at now. Antonio back on 7 and 8. He tripled, while Althaus makes the 4-pin. So Antonio goes up by 11 in that match. Sarah Fenical now up. Presently, her match with Parker is tied due to Parker's handicap. And she clears the deck, frame 4. Let's see if Parker could do the same. He does. And a strike for Ron. DJ can strike here. He will maintain a 1-pin lead. He goes high. So now with this spare, he will be down by a stick. Althaus up quickly. Frame number 5, lane 7 working off of a spare. He gets the 10-pin out. Good spare there by DJ. All right, so we presently have Antonio with an 11-pin lead in the youth scratch match. It is presently a tie in the youth handicap, and Ron Carnell is up by a pin over DJ. And another strike for Antonio. He builds his lead up to 21. Good spare there for Parker. See if Sarah can take a 10-pin lead with a strike here. So what do you see in Donald so far?
Well, it looks like Sarah, let's see this shot here. She's basically playing right up 10 and Good shot there. She got to keep her speed up because you're playing straight up like that. Get down the back end there. It is much drier. It's why you're seeing the other ones playing a little more deeper. So.
By the way, go ahead. Sorry.
With DJ's shot there, he's playing a little bit more inside, and he got to keep his ball speed up. So speed is definitely with the pattern, the way it's breaking down.
By the way, the bowlers today are bowling on Easy Street. We put out more of a recreational pattern today, being a fun style type tournament.
Yes.
Antonio just keeps striking right along. Althouse now with a double. He's playing a sort of severe angle for his game with his motive red line. And Jennifer Williams on 3 and 4 leaves the 5, 7, 10. That's a little, somebody take a picture of that. Daniel. Let's see if she can make it quickly over on Facebook. Sarah with a 10 pin and makes it. Hey, Jennifer, you're now famous. 5, 7, 10 on Facebook.
Oh, DJ with a good shot there. 7 pin left. Shot there. Shot.
All right, so after 6 in the youth scratch, Antonia Reyes with a 21 pin lead over Althouse. Parker Lobach with about a 3 pin lead over Sarah Fennicle with his handicap. And Ron Carnell with a 21 pin lead over DJ Brown. Althouse with another strike, keeping the pressure on Antonio. And Antonio answers right back.
Another strike for Christian Francis. That's a 3-bagger.
Yes, he has opened up a 42 pin lead on Aiden D'Souza. That's the 4-5 match on lanes 3 and 4, and Aiden just flagged a 4 pin. So he's going to need to start stringing strikes if he wants to get back in that match. In the Williams-Oberst match, Cole with an 8-pin lead, and Doug Scheidig with the front 5 has built a 41-pin lead on Josh. Josh with strike 9 spare double. Parker converted his single pin spare, and Sarah Fennicle does not convert her 610, so she falls further behind Parker. DJ up, frame 7. He comes in high, leaves a 4 pin. Let's see if Ron could build on his lead. He's currently on a 3-bagger working in frame 7. And the strike train stops there for Ron. He comes in high, leaves himself the 6-10. Another strike there for Antonio. He has spare and then the next 7. Althouse trying to keep pace. He does not. Leaves the light hit 7, so now he falls further behind. He's going to need some help from Antonio if he wants to advance. Sarah comes in light. She leaves herself the 1-2. The Prodigy makes his 7-pin. Sarah converts her 1-2. Parker comes in light, leaves a shaker 7. With a spare here, he will have 126 with his handicap. With a spare in the 8th, that will give him a 13-pin lead over Sarah Fenical. Ron chopped his spare in the 7th. I did not see that. He comes in high. He leaves himself a big 4, and the complexion of that match is now changing. That opens the door for DJ Brown to come in with a strike or 2 and take the lead late in that match. Parker converts his 7-pin. Ron gets the 2, so he has 153 with an open in the 8th. DJ could come in with a couple marks and take the lead in that match. And there's the first one for DJ.
Scheidig with a strike. Skip Moyer up on a 3, working on a 3-bagger.
Yes, Doug split in the 6th frame of that match to let Josh right back in it. Prodigy with a much-needed strike. He could still strike out for 248 and put some pressure on Antonio. And Antonio carries the 4-pin. That could have been a 4-10 split, but they both fell. That's pretty much going to wrap things up in that match for Antonio. I believe he's already in the 250s. Parker there with a strike. So he'll maintain at least a 13-pin edge going into the 10th over Sarah, who's up now on lane 8. Once again, the winners of this 3-6 match will move over on lanes 3 and 4 for the semifinals. You can watch them on our Facebook feed. And the winners of the 4-5 match on 3 and 4 currently will move over here to 7 and 8 for the semifinals. And you'll be able to watch that right here on YouTube. Sarah came in high, left the 4-7. There's a strike for DJ. He now takes the lead in that match. He finds himself up by 14. Looks like on 3 and 4, Christian Francis is most likely going to move on. Sarah converts her spare. Antonio up in the 10th. He leaves a 4-pin. That is going to wrap that match up. Even with a miss, he'll shoot 257. Best Althouse could shoot is 248. Antonio finishes out. Good game, 269. Sarah now up, lane 7. She could strike out for 181 and put some pressure on Parker. She comes in light. All right, so in the youth scratch, Antonio Reyes beats Althouse 269 to 228. Good game for both bowlers. All right, and Sarah strikes, so she shoots 168. Will not be enough to defeat Parker. With Parker's handicap, he is already at 170. All right, so Parker Lobach defeats Sarah Fenical, 174 to 168. And DJ Brown is going to advance against Ron Carnell. So we have 2 3 seeds advancing and 1 6 seed advancing on this side. In the 4 versus 5 match, they are in the 9th frame. Christian Francis has already shut out the 4 seed, Aiden D'Souza. Cole Oberst just opened in the 9th. He has 133. Jennifer Williams looking to convert the 3-6-10 to take the lead in that match, and she does. All right, 225 for DJ to Ron's 182. All right, Josh struck in the 9th. He could still strike out in the 10th for 225. Doug Scheidig left the 2-pin. Now, I can't tell if that's a 2 or the 4 from the angle that I'm at right now. With the spare, though, Doug will be up by 24. After 9. Aiden makes the 8-pin. He could only strike in his fill ball for 174. Christian Artie with 196. Jennifer Williams up. She leaves the 4-7, almost left the 4-7-9. She cannot shut out Cole. Best Jennifer Williams could shoot is 157. Cole could strike out for 163. In the adult match, as long as Josh gets a double and good count, he will force Doug to mark. Jennifer makes her spare. Christian Francis finishing out his victory. He will be in the 220s. 225 to 173 victory over Aiden D'Souza. And Jennifer strikes, so she shoots 157. Cole will have to double in the 10th if he wants to move on. And his first shot is away, and he goes high and leaves a split. His day is over.
Good case in point. That's where, 10 frames constitutes a match. You seen earlier that Jennifer had that 5-7-10. She had another split, but she kept herself in the match and wound up being victorious.
Yep. Cole split in both the 9th and 10th frames to seal his fate. All right, so we're down to the adults. Doug is just looking for a mark to shut out Josh. Josh will need to double if he would like to force Doug to mark. Josh could go out still for 225. Doug could go out for 244. And Dougie strikes. That seals the deal. As long as he gets one stick. Josh with a strike, his first shot in the 10th. Doug leaves the 10 pin. He will convert this for 234. All right, Doug Scheidegg, a 234, 225 winner over Josh Sadison. All right, so let's see here. On the YouTube, with Antonio winning, he will get the top seed, Dylan Zimmerman, on lanes 3 and 4, and we will get the 2 versus 5 seed here on 7 and 8. That'll be Alex Glinsky against Christian Francis. And the 3 seeds won both of their matches, so they will be taking on the 2 seeds on 3 and 4 in both the handicap youth and the adult. Over here on 7 and 8, we will have the number 1 seeds against the number 4 seeds. The number 1 seed, I do not have the sheets. They were taken away from me. So we will get you those matchups soon. All right. Aiden D'Souza finishing 6th, $50 scholarship. Good game there, Skip. And Daniel Althouse, $50 into his scholarship fund for his 5th place finish. Cole Oberst, $50 richer for his 6th place finish. Sarah Fenical, $50 for her 5th place finish. $40 for Ron Carnell for his 6th place finish today. Josh Sadison, your 5th place finisher, and as Matt inadvertently said, he gets $40 into his scholarship fund. All right, so on 7 and 8 on YouTube, we will have Alex Glinsky against Christian Francis, your number 2 versus your number 5. We will have Mary Beth Baker against Jennifer Williams, your 1 against the 4. And in the adults, we have, how do we say his last name?
Scheidegg?
No, the other gentleman, the top seed.
Oh,
Is it Sketty or
Seghetti. Todd Seghetti.
Todd Seghetti against Doug Scheidig. Those are your matches here on YouTube. On Facebook, we will have Dylan Zimmerman against Antonio Reyes. We will have James Carnell against Parker Lobach, and we will have Travis Boom Boom Sparks against DJ Brown. That is on Facebook. All right, so as we are preparing for those matches, let's take a moment and talk about a couple upcoming events. As you know, this is our final telecast of the season for the 18th season here on YouTube for the PJBT. Season 19 will start Sunday morning, August the 20th at 2:22 Dutch. But before that, we do have a couple events to let you know about. Next week down at Limerick, our friend who helps us out these past couple of years for championship weekend, Marianne DeRupo, she is having a sport pattern clinic. For those of you that are looking to go to Junior Gold in a couple weeks, this is the clinic that you want to go to because it will focus mostly on bowling sport patterns. The other topics that will be covered is reading different sport oil patterns, better shot making execution and lane transition, manipulating ball roll, and developing better spare shooting options. I was at this clinic last year, and I can tell you it is worth every penny that gets put into it. It is July the 1st, Saturday from, I believe it's 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Lunch gets provided, and you know how good Limerick Bowling Center's pizza is. It is $125 for the camp. If you would like to add a 3-ball tournament bag, you could add another $50. Or if you want to add another bowling ball from Radical, you could add $130 to the price. Also at the clinic is special guest Mr. Radical himself, Mo Pinnell. You can contact Marianne DeRupo at DeRupo300, that's DIRUPO 300, at optonline.net. You can visit her webpage at www.derupobowling.com, or you can contact her by cell area code 973-945-8222. You could also contact Limerick Bowling Center. Marianne DeRupo, a former PWBA Pro Bowler with 10 PWBA titles, including 3 majors. The camp is open to both youth and adult. Also, our friend Brian Gaines, he runs a memorial tournament each year in his father's honor. The Mark Gaines Memorial Tournament is Sunday, August the 6th. You could get ready for the PJBT season by bowling in this tournament. As long as this is open to both scratch and handicap divisions, as long as there is 35 entries, the top payout will be $700. Check-in is at 12:15, practice 1:20, start time 1:30. It is at Wynwood Lanes, that is in Ardmore, Pennsylvania. For more information, you could contact Brian directly at area code 267-650-7599. He usually gets a good turnout for this tournament, so my advice is to sign up early before spots fill up. All right, I will be back shortly once practice has finished. You are watching the second annual PJBT Tournament of Champions here on YouTube and Facebook. Stay tuned. All right, we are back. Practice is just about over. By the way, in the youth handicap, Mary Beth Baker will be getting 20 pins over Jennifer Williams. And in the match on Facebook on lanes 3 and 4, Parker Lobach will be getting 29 pins over James Carnell. After this match, we will be moving the table just like we did last week at best, sliding it over to 5 and 6, where we will have the finals. The finals, by the way, will only be on YouTube. The iPad that we're using is down to 9%, so we may not even have enough juice to finish this match on the iPad. All right, and we are off for the semis. Matt, give me them for a second. All right. Once again, the youth scratch will be starting us off. Alex Glinski, the 2 seed, going up against the 5 seed Christian Francis. Glinski up first. Glinski threw a 300 today during qualifying. And he throws 10 back to start his match. And the same start for Christian Francis. Both of these bowlers, by the way, will be going away to college next year. Christian will be going to a school in Indiana, and Glinski will be going down to Georgia. Jennifer Williams now up. She hits the pocket, leaves a flat 10.
Todd Seghetti getting up right now. Used to be a long-time regular in the PJBT as a youth bowler. Now bowling course as an adult. A little high on that shot.
Jennifer misses her 10 pin. Her opponent, Mary Beth Baker, started with a strike. Spare there for Seghetti. And let's see what Doug Scheide could do. His first attempt. Lane 8, semifinal match. He trips the 7 late.
Ooh.
Galinsky up frame 2. He comes in high. He leaves the 6-7, 9-10 split. This actually isn't all that difficult of a spare to make with the 4-pin out of there. His opponent, Christian Francis, doubles up. Let's see if Alex could give this spare a ride. And he only gets 2. All right, Jennifer Williams working on an open, comes up in frame 2.
Nice shot.
And she puts 10 in the pit. Good way to bounce back after an open. Her opponent, Mary Beth Baker, doubles up to start her match. Mary Beth has been bowling exceptional the last month of the season. Scheide comes in high, leaves only the 4-pin. Ten in the pit for Szigeti. Scheide converts his spare. All right, so off we go to frame number 3. Once again, as always, our chat is up and operational. Feel free to chime in. Send us a shout out. Let me know where you're watching from. Any questions or comments, feel free. And Galinsky bounces back off of his split with a strike. Christian Francis now up, looking for an opening turkey. And he leaves the 6-pin. Came in a little high. Which he converts. Mary Beth Baker now up. She comes in high, almost crossing over. She leaves the 6-10. Jennifer Williams now up in the 3rd frame. She is working off of a strike, looking for a double.
Good shot.
And she gets it. Mary Beth Baker converts her 6-10.
Scheide coming in a little high there, but fortunately took out the split. Took out the split. Took out the split.
Szigeti stones a 9, so that match will remain tied with a spare conversion. In the youth scratch, Christian Francis with currently a 23-pin lead. And Mary Beth Baker with a 29-pin lead with her handicap added in. In the other semifinal match on 3 and 4, Antonio Reyes currently with a 2-pin lead on Dylan Zimmerman. Antonio just doubled. Parker with about an 18-pin lead over James Carnell with his handicap. And Boom Boom Sparks with an opening triple has a 21-pin lead over DJ Brown. Glinsky leaves a 6-pin in the fourth. He came in high, almost crossed over. Christian Francis bounces the pins around for another strike.
Good way to see the 7-10 disappear.
Yes. The head pin looked like the head pin took them both out. Let's see. We got the replay on right now here on our monitors.
Yep, it was.
All right, Jennifer Williams now up, looking for a 3-bagger.
Oh, shot.
Another 10-pin for Jennifer. 2 strikes and 2 10-pins. She throws the ball so well deep inside. You don't see too many youth in the handicap division able to play the lane like she can play the lane. Skip Moyer joining us. Skip with his 5th place finish day, adding $40 to his scholarship fund.
So I heard.
I was very surprised, Skip, that it only took a negative number to make the top 6 in the adult division today.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was a grind out there today. They didn't look as hard. They're not hard. Let's put it. They're not. It plays like a recreation pattern. It's not a house shot. You still got to make your you got to make your shots. You got to make your spares. I mean, I was just Dougie Scheidegg and I were talking. He left at least 120 pins out there today and missed spares.
Really?
Yeah, his right side spare shooting was god awful today. But he did enough. Well, he shot 300. That pretty much.
That helps.
But I was fortunate today. I'll take a cash spot any day of the week. You always want to win, but there's never anything wrong with putting some money in the bank either. I don't know what I did there. Yeah, well.
All right. Seghetti left a 10-pin. Jennifer Williams, by the way, missed her 10-pin. So that's 2 strikes and 2 missed 10-pins. Seghetti also missed his 10-pin, so that gives Dougie Scheidegg the lead in that match. Dougie with strike, spare, double. Boom Boom on lanes 3 and 4 just keeps at it. He has the front 5. Glinsky now up, working on a spare. And that is a strike.
Key to this match for Alex is going to be lane 8. He's come up high, and it looked like he made an adjustment on the last shot on that lane, and still came up a little bit high.
Mary Beth goes Jersey, leaves the 5-9. She is currently up about 20 pins, 25 pins with her handicap. Jennifer Williams now up on lane 8, working on an open, looking to get back in the match. Comes up high, leaves the 6, 7, 10. Mary Beth makes her spare. Over on 3 and 4. Antonio Reyes with the current lead over Dylan Zimmerman. Dylan with 94 through 5. He is on a 240, about a 230, 240 pace. Antonio on about a 250, 260 pace. And James Carnell with also about a 15-pin lead on Parker Lawbow. I'm going to break away for a little bit and go do some commentary on Facebook.
You do that, Skip. Scheidegg with another strike.
It's a 3-bagger.
He builds his lead on Seghetti, who is trying to make the 1-2-8, which he does. So he has a 32-pin lead on Seghetti. Christian Francis with a 33-pin lead on Alex Glinsky. And Mary Beth Baker just keeps rolling right along. She is clean through 5. She is about a 51-pin lead on Jennifer Williams with her handicap. All right, so let's see, as Pop here was talking about, if Glinsky could solve lane 8. Looks like he lofted that ball a little bit to try to get it down the lane a little further, and it never reacted. He leaves himself the 2-4. And another strike for Christian. I'll guarantee you he did not like that off of his hand. He fouled. That would be why he didn't like it. That puts Glinsky right back in this match.
Alex is going to have to finish on that lane, so he's going to have to come up with some kind of adjustment there. He can hopefully carry some strikes on that side. He's been striking on the left lane.
So instead of building a 40-some pin lead, Christian Francis fouls, and now he only has a 9-pin lead. All right, Jennifer Williams now up on lane 7, working off of back-to-back opens. She finds herself down by 50-some-odd pins against Mary Beth Baker. Let's see if Jennifer could start inching her way back into this match.
Good shot. That previous frame, she looked like she just got a little slow, and ball came up high. That was a good shot.
Baker crosses over. She leaves the 10-pin. All right, down on our other semifinal, Travis working on the front 6. He finds himself up in the 7th. And that is the front 7. So for those of you watching, you may want to tune over to Facebook to watch to see what Travis could do as he tries to shoot 300 here. Scheidegg now up. 6th frame. His run ends. He leaves the light hit 7. And Szigeti comes in high. Scheidegg misses his 7-pin. Oh, and a spare a 4-6-7 spare by Szigeti. That could be, Donald, the PJBT turning point of that match. The Dougie missing the easy 7-pin. Szigeti covering the very difficult split. Strike there for Christian. His lead could be up over 50 now if he didn't foul in his last frame.
Oh,
solid 10 by Alex. That was on his good lane too.
Yes.
All right. Travis now up on the front 7 on lane 4 on our Facebook page. Let's see if he could go front 8. And he does.
Nice.
Jennifer Williams with a double. Glinsky converts his spare. All right, Mary Beth Baker up. She is still clean through 6. She crosses over, leaves the 9-pin.
DJ Brown with a double. Staying close, even though Travis does have the front 8, so Travis got to keep it going.
Yes, DJ can still strike out for 248, so that match still isn't over. Mary Beth Baker misses her 9-pin. All right, so Szigeti up lane 7 after making his 4-6-7 in the last frame.
Oh, Stoney.
The lanes giveth, the lanes taketh.
Good shot there.
Yes, that was a great shot. Solid 8 coming off the really, really good split conversion. All right, Travis now up. Lane 3 over on Facebook. He has the front 8, looking for the front 9. Szigeti covers his 8-pin. Glinsky now up on lane 8. This has definitely been his bad lane this match. And that's the front 9 for Sparks. By all means, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that do not have the ability to watch both matches, certainly go over to our Facebook Live page and watch Travis in the 10th try to shoot for a 300. Glinsky now up. Let's see if he can solve lane 8 yet.
Good shot.
And he does. Christian Francis, that's a double. Could be a 5-bagger if he didn't hit that foul line a couple frames ago. But he is up by 20 over Glinsky. Yep. All right, so into the 10th frame we go on lanes 3 and 4. Antonio Reyes could strike out for 221. Dylan Zimmerman could strike out for 234. Antonio doubled. Dylan has not thrown any shots yet in the 10th. He will now need to strike.
Ooh. Oh!
Jennifer Williams catches a break. That's a 3-bagger to get her back in the match. Yes. Zimmerman comes in high. That's going to end his day. And the 6th seed Antonio Reyes will be moving on to the finals. Assuming he could stay behind the foul line here. .221 for Antonio. The best Zimmerman could shoot is .212. Parker Lobach strikes. He could still go out for 193. And that would force James Cardinal to get the first strike in the 10th. All right. Antonio Reyes defeats Dylan Zimmerman 221 to 212. Once again, for those of you joining us on our Facebook channel, Travis Sparks, the #1 seed in the adults, has the front 9. He is just about up in the 10th if you want to switch over there and watch. James Cardinal gets his first strike in the 10th. He, with good count, will be moving on. Parker goes jersey, leaves the 6 pin, so the best he could shoot is 154 scratch. 183 with his handicap. James Cardinal will be moving on to the finals. All right, we are going to move the camera over to watch Travis's 10th frame. Travis will be on lane number 4. You're good. And we gave him the kiss of death.
Wow.
All right, so we'll move the camera back now. Good run there for Boom Boom. All right, back over here where we still have 2 frames to go in the semifinal match. Alex Glinski down by 20, but he is on a double.
Key shot here.
Yes.
Key shot here. Key shot.
I don't think he liked that very much off of his hand.
No, he didn't.
Solid 10 there for Glinski. Christian could really open up this match with a strike here. And he gets it. That builds his lead up to 30. In fact, he did it so hard he broke the lane. All right, so final scores in the semifinals on 3 and 4. The number 6 seed Antonio Reyes defeats the number 1 seed Dylan Zimmerman, 221 to 212. The number 1 seed, James Carnell, defeats the number 3 seed. No. The number 2 seed, James Carnell, defeated the number 3 seed, Parker Lobach, 198 to 183. And the number 2 seed, Travis Sparks, defeated the number
Good shot, Jennifer.
4 seed, DJ Brown, 279 to 223. Jennifer Williams with 4 in a row, clawing her way back in the match against Mary Beth Baker. And that's a jersey for Mary Beth. That's coming down to the 10th. Either bowler could still win that match. Doug Scheidegg presently with a 25-pin lead over Sigeti. And that's a 4.79 for Sigeti without a conversion here. That's pretty much going to end his day. In fact, even with a conversion, that's pretty much going to end his day. As Doug is already in the 180s. The best Sigeti could do now is 189 with making this spare. Glinsky with a strike. He could still shoot 195. That will force Christian to at least show up here in the 10th. And Christian Francis will
pretty
be
much
moving
ends
on.
it.
So Christian makes up for his foul in the 6th to move on to the finals to face Antonio Reyes. So that is a matchup of 5 seed against 6 seed. Well, Alex Glinsky finally figured out lane 8. A little bit late, though. Christian Francis will be moving on with a 233 to 195 victory over Alex Glinsky. All right, now in the handicap division, Jennifer Williams working on a 4-bagger. She could still strike out for 225. Mary Beth Baker could strike out with her handicap for 231. So 6-pin match. Mary Beth Baker presently up. She is working on a strike. Jennifer Williams working on a 4-bagger. Jennifer playing very deep. She comes in high, leaves the 3 pins. All right, so Mary Beth now will only need a mark. Jennifer converts her spare. So the best she could do now is 204. Mary Beth only needs a mark to move on. She goes Jersey, leaves the 6-pin. So a spare to move on to the finals. An open will end her day as long as Jennifer gets 6. Mary Beth makes her spare. She will be moving on to the finals to face James Carnell. So the number 1 and the number 2 seeds will be meeting in the youth handicap. As long as Mary Beth gets 5, 6, 4. All right, 203 for Jennifer. And 210 for Mary Beth. All right, and this match is already over, so the 4 seed Doug Scheidig will be moving on to face the 2 seed Travis Sparks in the final for the adult. All right, so as soon as we give out the awards for the semifinalists, we'll be sliding the table over down to 5 and 6. We'll get it. All right, so Scheidig with a 206-176 victory over Seghetti. All right, that completes the semifinals. We will wait for tournament director Matt to hand out the awards, and then we will be ready for the finals of the 2nd annual PJBT Tournament of Champions. Coming to you live from ABC East Lanes in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Wrapping up Season 18 of the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour. All right, on to tournament director Matt to hand out the awards. Alex Sklinski, 4th place finisher, $75 scholarship. Dylan Zimmerman, 3rd place finisher, $75 in his scholarship fund. Parker Lobach, $75 into his scholarship fund. Jennifer Williams, 3rd place finisher, handicap division, $75 scholarship. Todd Seghetti, $50 for his 4th place finish. DJ Brown, 3rd place finisher, $50. All right. We will get ready for the finals. We will be right back.
Josh. Donald, do me a favor. Hold this and walk with us so this doesn't unplug. What's that? Hold this and walk with us so this doesn't unplug. Just watch the bowling. Josh. Please, sir. Just watch the bowling bags right there. Is that about the middle?
No, I think you're down too far. Let's try that. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, we're right on 5 and 6. We're all right. Yeah, you're fine. You're good right there.
Not sure that was an ocean-approved maneuver, but
Yeah, well.
right, so as we get ready for the finals, we have the number 5 and the number 6 seeds in the Scratch Youth. Christian Francis taking on Antonio Reyes. We have the number 1 against the number 2 seeds in the Handicap Youth, Mary Beth Baker and James Carnell. And in the adults, we have the number 4, Doug Scheide, going up against the number 2, Travis Boom Boom Sparks.
Quick little history fact on Travis Sparks. Travis Sparks, longtime tournament director of the Northeast Classic Series, which emanated out of the northeast part of Pennsylvania. In 2004, a PJBT event was held at Jordan Lanes, and Travis heard about the PJBT, stopped by, talked to myself and Matt and the rest of the staff, and then became a integral, joined together with Matt and became part of the PJBT, and has been an influence on the PJBT from that point up until present.
Travis now, who used to live in the northeastern part of Pennsylvania, now lives in York with his wife, former PJBT. I believe she was Player of the Year.
Yes.
Jen Sparks.
At that time, it was Jennifer Elliker.
I'll have to take your word for that one. All right, so the last match of season 18. You got any predictions for us, Donald?
Well, as far as the adult match, now they're on 5 and 6, but obviously Travis flirted with 300 on that previous pair, 3 and 4. So I don't know. It's gonna be a good match. Scheide's obviously, real good bowler. So I don't know. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with Travis Sparks in the adult match.
Me too. I'm gonna go Boom Boom ourselves. What about the Handicap Youth? Mary Beth is getting 24 pins over James.
I'm going to go with Mary Beth.
Me too. Only because she's making spares today.
Yes.
If she could continue to close frames, she's going to win. Although James, Lord knows, he can go high at any time. All right, what about the number 5 seed Christian Francis and the number 6 seed Antonio Reyes?
I'm going with Christian Francis.
And I'll take Antonio. All right, so there you have predictions for the final match, Season 18 PJBT. All right, off we go. Last match, Season 18 PJBT. As always, ladies and gentlemen, the message board is live and operational if you want to chime in. Give us a shout out. Antonio starts with a strike. See if Christian can match. And he does. Both of those bowlers are throwing the ball exceptionally well today. Carnell now up. Let's hope James does better on the live stream than his father did earlier today. And a strike for Mary Beth Baker.
That's okay, Dad. You bowled well today.
You bowled well today.
Doug Scheide came in light, leaves the 1-2-4-8. Travis also comes in light. He leaves a washout. So once again, the youth bowlers show that they're better than the adults. Good spare there for Doug. Travis, Josh.
Grab his, since we're done with this. Okay. Take it in the room and just on the safe side.
Okay,
All right, Travis misses his washout.
9 out, first frame.
Francis up now. That is a double.
Let's see if Antonio could double as well. He does not. Shrugs his shoulders. I think that shot confused him a little bit. Donald? The real Donald.
Yes.
Not that phony Donald that's in the White House. Well, and look who puts on a headset. Tournament Director Matt.
Hello there.
Season 18 almost done, Matthew.
Yes, how about it?
Half of your life spent running tournaments.
That's right. That's correct. Almost exactly. Nice shot there by Mary Beth Baker.
Yes, she's been on a roll lately.
She has been on a roll. Our champion in the best tournament a week ago for a $1,000 scholarship last Saturday.
She made it pretty far in the Masters, too.
She did.
Did she make it to the finals or the semifinals?
I believe it was the semifinals.
Yes.
That's correct.
Yes.
Oh, Travis comes up high and trips the world.
Yes.
And
Allison Stakowicz and Jennifer Williams was in the finals
Yes,
of the
correct.
Masters.
Correct.
I'm going to watch the replay of the Travis tripping the world since I did not.
It looked
See
like
that?
a 4 and a 10, and it kind of collapsed in.
That it did.
So, big strike there after coming off an open. See what his opponent does here. Doug Scheiding on lane 5. And he puts up a strike, so he'll start with an 11-pin lead. Yes, this is the final match before our off-season. Not really sure what we're going to do with ourselves.
Well,
Maybe
we
we're going to sleep in.
We got to do something for my birthday next Sunday.
Ah.
I don't know what, but we got to do something.
We'll assign Josh to that task.
We can't go to horse races. Unless if we go down to Philly Park.
Francis goes a little wide there, missing the head pin to the left. That will pretty much even up that match until an open frame by Antonio Reyes says he does not convert his washout. So he'll have 45 in the third, and that will now put him 22 pins behind, pending the spare from Francis, which he covers. Always exciting to see some of our bowlers from the past come back today. We had a couple adult bowlers that we haven't seen in a while. Todd Seghetti, one of the originals from many years ago. Some familiar faces back bowling with us today. Baker comes up a little high, leaving the 6-10. Both Baker and Carnell were in the finals of the Masters 2 weeks ago. And as you said, Baker's been on a roll because she won last week at the best tournament. So she's had a hot month of June. There's no doubt about that. Was she, I believe, if I recall right, she was in the finals of the Invitational? Did she make the finals of our Invitational? Trying to remember now, but in any case, it's been a hot month for her.
Yes. I know she got pretty far. I don't remember if she made it to the finals.
I think, if I recall right, she was one of the top 10 in the finals. She might not have made the finals, but Travis comes up a little light, leaving the 7-pin.
So Matt, take us down memory lane. Tell us what tournaments all these bowlers won to make it to the.
Well, I'm sure it'd be easier for our bowlers to go to the website and look it up. In reality, I do know that Travis and Doug both qualified through adult junior events that we've held over the years. A lot of our older adults qualified that way through the adult juniors. But we have a lot of youth bowlers that have advanced up to adult now. So we had a couple of those here today, Todd Seghetti being one of them.
I believe Travis won that adult junior with Patrick Mitchell, if I recall correctly.
That sounds about right. And Patrick was here today.
Yes.
To bowl in the adult division. 7-pin for Francis and a strike for Reyes. So an opportunity for Reyes to get back into the match a little bit. Yeah, it's amazing when you start going through the list of 18 years of winners. It's amazing some of the names that you see.
Well, think about it. In 18 years, I don't know if we're quite there yet, but have we surpassed the $1 million in prize fund?
We're actually going to become, as I mentioned this at the Invitational, we are going to be coming up on $1 million, but it will be right at the beginning of next year.
Now, that is that total, or is that just youth scholarships?
That is just youth scholarships.
Okay. So we're over $1 million with, all the adult prizes.
With all the correct, yes. With all the adult prizes we've paid out over the years, yes. Scheidig with a nice strike there, trips a 4-pin. Yes, I mean, for the youth itself, we should be in the ballpark of 970 to 980,000 for 18 years, and so next year, the beginning of the year, will put us over $1 million, and that's a combination between the years that we use the SMART program. First about, I guess it would be about now 15 years or so, and then the last couple managing it ourselves. A combination of both will put us at that $1 million mark. So, yeah, very exciting stuff, Have a couple of good ideas. I released some of them Invitational weekend. And we'll have a busy month in the off season, putting a schedule together, making some minor changes, but adding a couple of specialty events and things that were suggested to us by bowlers. So we'll be working on some stuff, and just tell everybody to keep on the YouTube page and the Facebook page, and we'll be updating you as we go, and certainly be watching everybody at Junior Gold in a couple of weeks.
Yes, and Teen Masters gets underway at the beginning of July, too.
Correct, yes. Yes, Teen Masters coming up with Gary Beck and his staff, and then Junior Gold will follow it. So, busy month of July for our bowlers, but for us, we'll be taking it a little more easy, but behind the scenes, we'll be doing more work for the month of July.
One of the things that you and I briefly talked about this morning that I think we'll be incorporating, I won't give away too much now, but I will say it involves raffle number 3.
Yes.
On the day.
Yes. We have a great idea for our bowlers. Let's just put it this way. It'll give our fans some entertainment while I'm calculating those scores after qualifying. So, should be good. There's a strike for James Carnell on lane
The
He had
Six.
some of those too today,
Yeah.
strikes.
Yeah.
Ron.
James, the better bowler in the Cardinal family.
James currently has 3 in a row and has the lead in his match. There's a strike for Travis Sparks, trying to keep the match close between him and Doug Scheidig. Doug working on spare strike right now. 5th frame for him. And he puts up the double. So that will help him maintain his lead by about 20 over Travis as we enter frame number 6. For the second straight time on that lane, Antonio Reyes comes up a little bit light. Gets a little bit of help taking out the 2 and the 5, leaving just the 4. Looks to be a little lost on that left lane. The ball keeps fading on him. Meanwhile, Christian Francis keeps the pressure on by striking,
Yes.
putting up a double.
Christian made the switch very early today to urethane.
Well, I do want to point out we actually had 3 perfect games bowled today, and 2 of the 3 bowlers are in this finals. We had a perfect game first rolled by
Doug.
Doug
was the
Scheidig, who was our adult bowler, and then second was
Glinsky.
Alex Glinsky.
I didn't know we had a third, though.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I was thinking we had 3. But we actually, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. We had 2 today.
Well, Travis shot 279 in the previous match, the semifinals.
Yes, that had the makings of it for sure. This time he comes up a little bit high and does not have enough to trip the 4-pin there. Meanwhile, James with his 2-8 conversion. And let's see, with handicap, that match is pretty much about even now. Baker may have a slight lead with the handicap.
Actually, she's got about a 14-pin lead. The handicap doesn't add into the score till it's done here.
Correct.
So yeah, she has a 14-pin lead after 6. Christian Francis with a 32-pin lead. And Scheidig, if he converts the 10-pin that he just left, will have a 21-pin lead.
Interesting, it looks like this finals pair, it looks like the left lane's just a tad bit tighter. Everybody seems to be going a little bit light on this lane. Looks like playing a little bit different than the right lane. But a good spare conversion there for Doug.
Was that a pocket 7-9?
That was a pocket 4-9.
4-9. That the 4 fell late.
4 fell late. Antonio fortunate to trip the 4 out there and leave just the 9. But the challenge now is with being behind in the match, Christian could really put some pressure on him here with making it 3 in a row in the 7th frame. Oh, and Francis strikes. That had the makings of a 6-7 split, and it tripped.
That's
So
sometimes the breaks you get with urethane. It's not going to hook late. Very hard.
Sometimes in bowling, it's better to be lucky than good. So you need a little bit of both usually to win, and right now he's got it going. And
Another strike
Baker,
for her. She is on a roll.
Baker with another nice light mix there on lane 5. Let's see if Carnell can keep up with her. And he does.
Good shot.
With a nice shot.
All right, down we go to the adults. Scheidegg with a 21-pin lead over Boom Boom Sparks. Who goes high leaves the 6-pin.
Fortunate there to come up high and just leave the 6. Sometimes when that happens, he was able to break up the split. See if Doug keeps pressure on him. Oh, Doug opens the door by leaving the big 4 on lane 6.
Now we saw something similar to this made last game with Sigeti when he converted the 4-6-7, so anything could happen.
Travis covers the spare. He goes for the spare and gets 1, so he will post a 132 in the 7th frame, which now is very interesting because now that match is 5 pins apart.
Not a very good shot there by Antonio Reyes. He definitely lost that off of his hand, got lucky not to leave the washout. Christian Francis working on a 3-bagger could really extend the lead here with another strike.
And a beautiful messenger 7-pin, 4 in a row for Christian Francis.
That match is just about over. The best Antonio could go out for is 210.
200.
200, sorry, you are correct. Christian Francis already in the 170s. He could strike out for a 266.
Mary Beth leaves the 5-pin. I think we should all put our hands in the air.
We are in. Good shot there by Carnell. Solid 10. Unlucky.
Baker converts the spare.
She's still clean through 8.
So this match will remain about a 14-pin lead for Baker with the spare here.
Yep.
But we still have 2 frames to go.
Carnell as well, clean through 8. Good bowling today by these handicap division youth bowlers.
All right, guys, I'm going to jump out and get ready to hand out the awards. But thanks to all our fans out there watching, and
we'll have you back for the wrap-up show.
Okay, sounds good.
Good strike there by Travis. One guy goes out, another guy steps in.
Here comes Skip. Scheidegg with a strike.
Yes. So that remains a 5-pin match. So both the handicap and the adult match is pretty close. The scratch match is just about over here. With another mark here, Christian will end it. In fact, I'm not even sure he needs to mark. He could probably go open, open, and still. Yes, in fact, he can. He could go open, open, and still win this match. That will do it.
That put the nail in the coffin.
Yes, your scratch division winner in the 2nd annual tournament champions will be Christian Francis.
Now Antonio decides to strike.
Yes.
With another ball.
With another ball. Mary Beth comes up a little high, leaves a 3-pin. It's going to all come down to this very close adult match. Big strike there for Carnell.
Yes.
He is currently down about 20.
Yes, Carnell could strike out for 238. Mary Beth could strike out for 226 and then add 24 pins for her handicap, so she could have 250.
Dougie now up on lane 6 for his 9th frame. That's a big double too. That puts
Yes.
Travis in a must-strike situation.
Yes, so Dougie will be up by at least 5 going into the 10th. Light hit 7-pin for Travis. So that'll put him down 15 as long as he converts to the spare going in the 10th. Certainly not out of it yet. Anything could happen in the 10th.
Travis with spare strikeout can shoot 197. Dougie will need to mark in the 10th frame. Mark in good count to take home the title. That strike there puts Christian in the 260s. Antonio can go out for 200 even. You know, Dougie and I were talking earlier. You see a lot of these, some of these kids were like plus 300, 200, 150, and here us old guys are just coming on in with plus 20.
Yep. It's not like it used to be. It's a young person's sport now.
It's pretty obvious.
Except for the gentleman between us now.
Donald would have went about, he would have went about a plus 270, 217 today, I go. Donnie would have led the field.
As I always say when I put the ball in my hands, it's always a work in progress.
It's always a work in progress. Always a work in
182 for Antonio, 266 for Christian Francis. Christian is your Tournament of Champions winner for 2017.
And now for the youth handicap, coming down to the 10th frame.
Yes.
Essentially, a mark wraps it up. Mary Beth comes up highly, it's a 610. James pretty much in a strikeout situation. Good first shot there, puts 10 back.
Actually, this could now be a tie.
Oh, we love ties, don't we?
If Mary Beth strikes here and James strikes out.
Tie.
Yes.
Then we.
Be a tie. Yes.
How? Let's just end the season on a tie. How would that be?
Yes. Let's do that. All right, must strike here for James. And there goes the tie.
We got all wound up over nothing.
Yes.
How about dad and son today taking home a check?
Absolutely. Good day in the Carnal household. All right, so Mary Beth Baker with a 236-222 victory over James Carter. That's some great bowling by our handicap bowlers today. They even beat the adults.
Yes, they did. And this adult match comes down to the 10th frame. Doug Scheidegg essentially needs a mark to win. Travis up first on lane 6. Pretty good shot off his hand. And he buries the 9-pin.
So that pretty much will end that. Dougie doesn't even need a mark now. As long as he gets good count.
And it will.
Scheidegg.
Solid day today for us old guys.
So we got a 5 seed, a 4 seed, and a 1 seed winning today.
.186 for Travis Sparks, fearless leader, finishing out his day. Doug Scheiding, 209, I believe, 209.
Yes. All right, that will do it. Our champions today in the youth scratch division, Christian Francis, youth handicap, Mary Beth Baker, and in the adult, Doug Scheiding. Stay tuned for award presentations. Then we will have interviews with the winner, and we will wrap up season 18 of the PJBT. Stick with us, fans. We'll be right back. Antonio Reyes, $125 for his runner-up finish today. James Carnell, $125. Travis Sparks, what did you get, $100?
$100.
Okay, now to hand out our hardware. For the youth scratch division, our DOC champion, getting a $250 scholarship, certificate and first place trophy, goes to Christian Francis.
Christian Francis, scratch division tournament champions victor, $250 into his scholarship fund.
Our handicap youth champion, getting a $250 scholarship, certificate and first place acrylic plaque to follow up her $1,000 winning of handicap best last week, goes to Mary Beth Baker.
Mary Beth Baker, champion, $250, handicap youth.
And then our adult champion, our adult champion getting a $200 payout, and the first place acrylic plaque for him also. He had a perfect 300 game today, goes to Doug Scheiding.
Doug Scheiding, $200. Victory today. All right, we'll get some pictures. In the meantime, we will set up the camera for interviews. Stay with us. Way up. Tilt the camera. Up. Whichever one of you wants to come back first. Christian. All right. Look at the camera.
Okay.
Slide in towards me. We are here with our Scratch Division champion today in the youth for the second annual tournament champions, Christian Francis. Congratulations on the great bowling today.
Thank you.
What a way to cap off season 18.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's it? Yeah. You are off to college next year, so we won't be seeing much of you. Where are you going to college?
Vincent's University.
That's out in Indiana, I believe, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm pretty sure you're going to be on the bowling team.
Yes.
Yes. What are you going to be majoring?
Engineering, civil engineering.
That's a pretty good profession to go in. Yep. Now, I know you started on lanes 5 and 6 today, I believe, and I was standing down on 3 and 4, and you were almost through game 1, and you came over to Mom over here, who's standing to our right, getting something to drink, and you were contemplating the switch to urethane at that point. Yes. And at what point did you switch to urethane?
The end of game 3.
And you stuck with urethane the rest of the day?
Yes.
You certainly bowled really good.
Yes.
Especially from there on out. Tell us about your day.
Let's see. Tried to play fifth arrow. That didn't work. Couldn't carry the 7-pin. So then later in the day, I started getting carried and I was able to carry the 7-pin. But then it's just too much of a hang spot, so I decided to take urethane and move left and just try to use as much ball speed as possible.
And it worked out good.
Yep.
So what are you going to do now for your summer until you head on out to Indiana?
Let's see. Probably practice for Junior Gold. Get ready for that. Bowl Youth Open.
Are you just doing Junior Gold or are you doing Teen Masters as well?
Nah, I'm not doing Teen Masters.
So just Junior Gold?
Yes.
All right, you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Hunter Major for lining me up. Let's see. I don't know. That's it.
How about to that guy?
Yeah, for him. For being, I guess my father for taking me for once.
Yeah, there you go.
My friend Alyssa for actually lining me up and keeping me level-headed. And Gene Blair for helping me laugh all day.
That always helps to stay loose. By the way, your mom cooked me some food the other week. It was really, really good.
She never cooks me food?
Well, maybe she just likes me a little better. Ladies and gentlemen, your Scratch Division champion, Tournament of Champions, Christian Francis. Thank you, sir. Have a great summer. We'll see you down the road. All right. Now, probably the hottest bowler in the state of Pennsylvania right now.
Yeah.
Mary Beth Baker. Let's cap off. I don't quite remember, but how did you do a championship weekend down at Limerick? You did good. I know you didn't win, but you did really good that weekend.
I was third.
You were third. Yeah. And then at the Masters tournament last week, you got to the semifinals, right? And then at best, you won.
Yeah.
And now you won here. That's
a
really good month of June you've been having. Mm-hmm. Tell us about your day on this easy street pattern.
So in the beginning, I had like a lot of 200 games, and then it just kept like I've been getting my average, but it wasn't like really high. But it was a good day.
It was a good day. So what are you going to be doing this summer?
I'm going to be practicing at Colony Park for the oil pattern lanes for Junior Gold. And
you're heading out to Cleveland in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Are you doing Teen Masters as well, or just Junior Gold?
Yeah.
You're also doing Teen Masters? So you're going down to, where's that, Richmond this year, right? No, you guys are not doing Teen Masters. You don't even know what you're doing.
You said yes.
Oh, you're going to bowl the Youth Open before Junior Gold.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right. So you're going to be practicing before you go out to Cleveland, and you're going to represent the PJBT very well out there, right?
Yeah.
So at the beginning tournament next season, are we going to see you with the blue shirt on?
Yeah.
It should be up on the website, hopefully by tomorrow. Hopefully.
Okay.
So for each victory, do you add a little? You're up to what, about 27 of them?
No, I'm up to 15.
Up to 15. So what constitutes adding one of these things?
When I feel like it.
When you feel like it. Do they ever come off?
No.
You
but
sleep
this
with
one
them?
does. This one does.
Well,
to
yes.
charge it. Yeah.
Okay. So you sleep with them. You bathe with them. I don't want to know what her wrist smells like underneath those things. Who do you want to give a shout out to?
Travis, Jen, my dad, and my mom. That's it.
All right. What are you going to do this summer besides bowling? Anything else?
Bowling.
Go to the pool.
Yeah, pool.
Yes.
Sure.
All right. Your handicap division champion on a roll in the month of June, Mary Beth Baker. Congratulations. And now, last and certainly not least, the guy who's very thankful he didn't have to bowl any of the youth today.
Yeah. Exactly.
Slide on in a step for me. Doug Scheiding, $200. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know you've won a lot of tournaments in your day, but I'm sure this ranks right up there.
Top of the list.
It's a it's got the feel of a major, Tournament of Champions.
It does.
I mean, it doesn't pay like a major. At least it had the feel
They don't
of
know
a major.
that.
So, what'd you see out here bowling? And you shot 300 today, as a matter of fact.
Thank goodness. I needed it. I need every pin to get me through. Yeah, no, it started off pretty comfortable, wide open, and then we hit down this end, the low end, and two last games were brutal. And while the juniors were crushing it, Josh and I, all of us, we struggled because we bowled together on the last two pair, and it was just tough.
Yes. Now, I know in the your first match here of the finals, you had a bowl, Josh Skip Moyer over there.
I did.
What did it feel like to beat him?
Oh, Skip's my buddy. So
Yes,
before we bowled, I said, listen, I go to Vegas tomorrow for nationals. I said, so a win today would really make me feel good. How much do I need to slide you under the table to? And I asked him if I owed him any money after the match was over. So.
Do you?
No. No, he told me to put it on blackjack, so I'll win it for him.
All right. What equipment were you throwing out there today?
I went back and forth between the Storm Skyrocket and the Code Black.
Okay.
It was pretty much all I used all day.
And what are you going to be doing this summer?
Nationals start tomorrow. I bowl Wednesday and Thursday. 2 PBA regionals coming up at the end of the summer. I'll be doing. That's it.
So you'll be at York then for the regional, I would assume.
I will be. Yep.
Where's the other one?
Middletown, the big one.
The big one down in Delaware.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your adult division champion,
Thank
Doug
you very
Scheiding.
much. Thank you.
All right. Let's bring Matthew in here. Let's wrap up season 18.
Let's see.
Travis? Do me a favor, zoom that camera out a little bit so all of us could get in the
Yeah, because
the
if
button-
not, I'm going to have to go like this.
the button at the top.
Ooh. We are now in the twilight zone.
Go the
You're
other
going
way.
There
you
you
go.
go. There you go.
There you go.
Thank you,
There
sir.
it is.
All right. Well, I remember way back in July, we talked about a lot of stuff for season 18, and here we are almost 11 and a half months later. It's
Unbelievable.
Over. It's over.
It's hard to believe. Goes fast.
Thank God.
Yes. This was the first year that we said it, during July, that the PJBT is now an adult.
Yeah.
How much rent did it pay you this year?
0.
All right, so we now have 7 weeks off or so until our first tournament, August the 20th
Yep.
at 2:22 Dutch, 10:30 start.
Yep.
In the meantime, we will be busy putting together the schedule and coming up with a couple other changes. We may have some changes to the live stream if we feel like spending a little bit of money on getting a soundboard and an audio board and a video board that we could
We might transition you into being the producer,
maybe.
the
Are you-
executive producer.
Yes, because Lord knows I do not have a voice or a look to be doing this. I'll still talk.
The challenge is though, if you're the producer,
Yes.
who's going to do all the play-by-play?
Well, I'm going to tell you what. One of the things that we may also do, since the kid over here with the puss on his face behind the camera right now, he wants to have a career in doing some type of digital media behind the scenes. So when he doesn't make the finals, maybe we'll shuffle him to the producer's role too.
okay, we
What
can
do you
do that.
What do you think about that, Prodigy? You can teach me how to use it. He's telling me.
I think also for our bowling fans out there who are watching, maybe they have an idea of who they would like to see doing live stream play-by-play.
Oh God, don't ask him that because you're gonna get. No.
What do you think?
Joe Buck is not calling the PJBT. Sorry.
Oh, he's not in the budget.
No.
Is Howard Cosell still with us? Can you imagine Howard Cosell calling
We
bowling?
might be able to rent Vince Scully for a pack of Starburst or something.
That's possible. That's possible.
But
I don't
we
know.
would- I think the biggest thing, though, is I'd like to try with the live stream. I hope bowlers will appreciate this. We'd like to try to get some way to get the scoring on the screen.
Yes.
You know, that might be the next step in this. And then maybe adding one extra camera or so if we can. I mean, eventually, what I'd love to do is have 2 cameras on each side, you know, shooting down closer to the pins. And that way we can create more of a live stream setting that you can flip back and forth with the cameras and stuff. But, again, it's a lot of work and production. So,
Yes.
you know, we'll see what we can do. But we're happy to be able to bring this to you in case you're not here because – you know, it's great to feature our bowlers out there across the world.
Yes.
So,
Josh will be driving the production truck.
That's fine.
as long as the gold pins are inside.
They will be.
All right, so let's wrap this up. Let's
Okay.
see. We don't have in the budget to do end of the season video package of
No.
highlights and pictures.
No, but I'll just say that I want to thank all of our sponsors out there who have been, you know, supportive of our organization for years. It's been a great year again, and, you know, we're going to be adding some new stuff again next year. Always try to keep it fresh. So, you know, I did announce we'll have 1 or 2 women's tournaments next year, and, you know, season 19 will probably, oh, wait, I lost my microphone. Anyways, season 19 will be just as exciting. So
Yes.
looking forward to it, and you know, even though we're off, we're still going to be working. We'll be getting the Maps website all up and running. We've already posted the links on the website. Nobody can access it yet, but you'll see it's there. So we're working on getting that all set up, and everybody will be getting their letters in the mail with their packets for Maps. So a lot of work going on with that, and you know, we'll do our normal stuff and send out your packets in late July, and August 20th will be here in no time.
And we will be
So-
doing a preview show once again. Hopefully this year it'll be up at Matt's house. We'll have a
We'll
cookout
see.
that day, and
When are you going
You
on?
know,
When are
we've
you
lear-
When are
we
you going on
learned-
vacation?
Second week in August, right
Book,
before.
book that week.
So,
I got a key to the house. We're good.
and he knows how to cook steaks too. 'cause
yes, he does.
He just did it the other weeks when I came.
Yes.
So he's in good shape. So
All right, so why don't you give a rundown of everybody who has anything to do with us, and then we'll sign off.
okay. I think you're better at this than
All
I am.
right,
but
well-
I'll let you do it.
All right, so for Jen and for Travis Boom Boom, as always, for Mom and Pop, for Brent,
Yep.
for Brittany, for Stacy, for Matt, do you have anything left to say, Skip?
I'm just glad this is over.
Yes.
Because now I can go do all the other busy things I have in my life.
Yes, yes. All right. For the prodigy who helps us out, I'm the one your mother has always warned you to stay away from. PA Fats, we will see you sometime in August. Until then, season 18 in the books. Season 19, Sunday, August the 20th, 10:30 start.
See ya.
2:22 Dutch.
See ya, everybody.